Hello again from where we left off last time, in the middle of a neat nebula. Alright. So our goal today is to try and start out by going here. And we got several more stops on the way to the Waypoint Waypoint 3. A bunch of people are already there. Everybody's leaving the Waypoint tomorrow sometime, I believe. So we're a bit behind, and we've got an extended route to do because I want to hit a couple other points of interest along the way. So we will get underway and enjoy the journey. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
And preparing for jump.
I don't know how much probing we're going to be doing today, but we'll see. We got 40 jumps to this point, another 40 to the next point, another 40 to the next point, and then I think there's like 28 something else will be the other ones. It's a lot of flying to do. Obviously we're not getting the whole way today, but we'll see just how far we get. Gee Whittakers. That's what I thought. Locations, locations, locations. Come on, give me the we should scan the locations quicker. Okay. Communications. Finish scanning. Yep.
System scan complete.
Alright. On to the next. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Charging FDM.
Charging.
Charging FDM.
Charging.
Check out what's here. Nice body. Brains. Rocks and dice, rocks and dice. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I don't cock it. Oh, I should say, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. Lovely. left.
System scan complete.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Seems to be a lot going on. Well, not so much as you might think. Nitrogen atmosphere. For some reason it's not, another nitrogen atmosphere. No, not terraformable. Another nitrogen atmosphere. Not terraformable. I see one of these. Okay. I can't see that because engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Has a lot of stuff.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Let's see what we got. Some internets. What applications do we have? Commentary. Nice. Something to ring. Is there? Oh, I gotta get one. So I want to be looking for that guy. There he is. Next to the other.
System scan complete.
Let's see what we got. Ragnarok's been through here. Okay, well, he can have it. Of course, he already has it, so engage.
Frameshift
Cooling
drive
FTL engines
charging.
and preparing for jump.
Let's see what we got now. High metal content and rocks and ice. Okay. There's the plane. There's a lot of stuff here. Rocks and dice and rocks and dice. Of the galaxies, rocks and dice.
System scan complete.
I wonder if that one's terraformable. Okay. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging. I wonder if I actually need to wait for that to finish, or whether it finishes on its own. I suppose we can run a test. Ammonia-based life. Back to 2B. There's 2A. There's 2A. Now let's go back and look at 2B and see if it finished. It's listed none. 2A. 38. Okay, so I don't have to stick there for it. Alright, well that's good to know. There's a bump. Still one more gas train.
System scan complete.
Alright. System complex, so let's take a look at it. No one's been here. Nice. However, engage.
Preparing for war.
Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
All
that coffee.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping.
Another big system. I know there are bigger out there, but 35
Fuel
is
scooping complete.
All right, what do we got? Lots of stuff. Ooh. Ooh. There's an Earthlink here. At a minimum, we'll be scanning that. Probing that. Earth-like with a ring. Neat. We're gonna go find that one.
scan complete.
Alright, we have an Earth-like. Oh my. Alright. Oh my goodness, where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Well, I'm going to go scan that one and then move on. Turning down a chance to scan an Earth-like. The rest of the system can go jump in a lake, but actually, if I had more time, I'd scan the whole thing. But I got a long ways to go. So I'll be taking quality over quantity here. Someday, either I'll come back here or somebody else will come here and scan the rest of the system. Probably not. This system is way out there. How many? 7?
Surface scan complete.
And one for the rings.
Surface scan complete.
Monazite. Serendibite. Okay. Yep. And that's a rocky right. engage.
Frame
Preparing
shift
to fill
drive
space.
charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
All right, let's see what we found in this system. What's that? No, no. Okay. Unless I find something terraformable. Absolutely. This is the first actual good spaceship simulation that's ever, as far as my experience, has been created. Now, right now, what I'm doing is out on exploration. So a lot of what I'm playing right now is, well, as an explorer, you're going out and exploring the galaxy. This is the scanning system, which is actually a decent improvement over the last one as far as gameplay, because it's a lot more interesting just running through it. It's a lot of information that pops up on the right-hand side. It's a lot of fun. But if you look at some of my earlier videos where I'm actually doing a lot more flying around planets and stuff, you'll see kind of how much fun that really is. And the setup I've got, I mean, literally, you know, I bought the whole game. I bought the game. I bought the season pass for the full expansions. I'm running the Thrustmaster throttle and stick, which is a $500 throttle and stick. It depends on the. So, to land on planets, you need not just the base game, but you need the Horizons expansion. And it really does help to have a throttle and stick. I don't even know how I would do it with keyboard and mouse. There are people who do, and it's just not intuitive to me. Where's the other planet? Oh, please. Oh, that's interesting. Where are you hiding? Interesting. Alright, well, there's another way to find this. Lock that. Go back in. Alright, now, where are you pointed? you're out here, probably. Now, where is it? Oops, thought I heard something here. Sorry, I got kind of distracted by trying to find this planet. Weird, I can't find it. Oh, there's a way to do. There are ways, and there are ways. If I point myself right at it. Anyway, so I went and invested. Without the stick, yeah, you can land on planet without the stick. And there are a lot of people out there who do that. For me, that's immersion breaking because you wouldn't fly a spaceship with a keyboard and mouse. Aha, there you are.
System scan complete.
So I've got, let me drop out here. So as you can see with me looking around like this, I've actually got the iX4C eye and head tracker, just to get more immersion. Oh, the Horizon Pass? No, you have to have Horizon. Horizon is what makes it landable. So without Horizon, you're limited to space stations and anything that doesn't require landing on a planet. Horizons gives you the ability to land on the planet, adds some different mission types. Excuse me. Yeah, Horizon is the expanded capability. There will be further expansions going along, so it won't just be Horizons going along. I'm not sure when the next ones come out. I'm sure at some point we're going to be able to get up and walk around the spaceship, and that'll probably be another level of paid content. Or maybe it'll be when we get to land on atmospheric worlds, because that's a lot of additional work, so they'd want some more money for that. In the end, it comes down to economics on the game. So, I mean, the developers spent a lot of time working on, getting the spaceships right. That's the base game, is flying a spaceship. You fly a spaceship, you land it, you can trade, you can explore, you can go do pirating, you can go do bounty hunting. There's a lot of stuff to do. Horizons gives you even more stuff you can do, so it just expands the game with the ability to land on planets that don't have an atmosphere. With the ability to, I think the power plays are actually part of Horizon, but I'm not sure. I don't play the power plays. But it just adds so much more stuff that you can do. It is very much basically the entire contents of another game added into the original game, which means certainly, the amount of extra content does justify paying more for it. I was more than happy to pay for I dropped the full amount for the season pass so that I get all the expansions through the life of the game, and that was not a small chunk of change. Horizons is one thing. The full pass, that's even more. But the full pass, I got Horizons basically for free, and whatever the next ones are come out of that pass. But it is a large chunk of money. In my opinion, worth it. This game is absolutely phenomenal. Actually, what key did I bind there's my beautiful ship. Why is my this one? There we go. Yeah, this ship is the size of an American football stadium. I mean, it's like 130 feet long or something, 130 yards long or something like that. It's crazy. It's a crazy huge ship. And one of the things I like about this game is not a pay-to-win game. The stuff that you can pay for in the store is primarily, in fact, almost completely cosmetic. Legendary Edition. I don't know what Legendary Edition means. That's not a word that I don't know that that's this game. Either that or whoever posted it up on eBay is doesn't know what they're talking about. I mean, there's the base game, there's Horizon. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if Legendary Edition is one of the earlier Elite games. That I don't know. Or it might be an Xbox term. I don't know. I play on the PC. I would actually have to do some research to find out what they mean by Legendary Edition. I've actually never heard of that. I bought the base game and the season pass. And the season pass included all expansions through the next 10 years, which, of course, Horizons being an expansion, I get Horizons. But I've got no idea what Legendary means. Okay, so I have mapped the system. Okay. So then let's see what the system looks like. Alright, so we've got that guy. Alright, nothing terraformable, nothing really super high value. So let's, oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Can I do some landing? Oh, okay, sure. Let me find a land. How far is this guy away? Ew. Let me try. It would take me about 20 minutes to fly out to this guy. Let me try the next system, and we'll see if we can find a closer in landable in the next system. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
21,000 light seconds. Oh boy, that's a long ways.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's a long ways to go in Super Cruise. Someone else has already been here. Okay.
Fuel scooping.
8 bodies. Alright.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, let's pull out away from the star and see what we got in the system and see if we can find a reasonably close landable. Good. Good possibility. Where's the plane? There's the plane. You are radius. High metal content. Well, that may be landable. Oh, an Earth-like, so I'm going to be spending some time in this system. because that's a high-value target. Rocky ice. He may be landable. Body. Body. 2 more to find.
System scan complete.
All right, so let's see what we've got them. I've actually got 2 voices. I've got voice attack using the Zenual voice. Zenual's a gentleman in France who makes voiceovers for games. I've also got the original voice, the original cockpit voice from the game. It's what they call a COVAS voice. There's 3 or 4 options you can purchase for like $1 a piece or something like that. So you get different voices you can have in your cockpit. All right. No, he's got nothing landable. Oh, you're kidding me. Really? None of these were landable? None of these are landable. Okay, let me go. I'm going to map the Earth like that. We'll jump to the next system and look for a landable there. All of those have atmospheres, so we can't land. I mean, I've been trying out various spaceship and flying, well, not flying, because I don't care. I don't count the flying airplanes in this, because there's plenty of airplane simulators that are very good. But the spaceship simulators that have gone along, they've all been until this one. And there were a couple others that came out the same time as this one, but this is the only one of the 3 or 4 that came out at that time that's an actual released product and is worth playing. The others are, like what's it? No Man's Sky, I believe, is the other. It's still very unfinished. The ship models are fabulous, but gameplay is non-existent. I haven't tried EVE Online, though. That may be good. People tell me that one's good. Oops, I've got the wrong thing. Change over to this. 6 probes. Well, that'll be a quick. Should only take 4 or 5, so I'll launch 5. Just to get this quick and head to the next system. I'd hate to leave 100,000 credits on the table when I can just do a quick shoot like that.
Scan complete.
All right. Change back to that scanner. Start to the next one on the route. Where is it? There it is. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now, one of the things. Can I select that? Stand. Okay. Sorry, I was watching what I was doing, and I can't associate your questions with what point I was doing. Well, the standard voice is the female voice you hear. When I give commands, that's using a program called Voice Attack, which is basically it's a text-activated thing that allows you to basically press buttons on the keyboard and stuff like that. And it has voices that you can add into it. The one that I got is Zenuel. Actually, let me pull a little further away from the planet, and before I scan this, let me have Zenuel explain himself. Or Zenuel. Zenuel's the guy that actually that programmed it. Anubis.
Commander.
Information.
Anubis, first generation integrated AI. I am designed, edited, and voiced by Zenuel. More information on my creator can be found at zenuel.com. I am currently version 1.0. Thank you for downloading me.
So Zenuel's the add-on for voice attack, and voice attack allows me to give the ship commands just by talking. It's almost like I've got a co-pilot. So if I want to turn on the lights, I can just say lights on, provided I do it right. Lights on. And then it turned the headlights on. Unfortunately, I can't see them because they're down below the deck in the front. Lights off. I can also have them do, and Zenuel's free. Voice attack is like, I don't know, $20 or something like that. It's relatively inexpensive for what it does. I started out with a $50 throttle and stick, from Thrustmaster, which is their base model. I liked it so much I upgraded to the Warthog, which is the top of the line model. That's $500. I started out with the Tobii iX eye tracker. When the upgraded one, the 4C, came out, I bought that because that tracks both your eye and your head, which gives you a bit more, a bit smoother looking around the screen. I've looked at head-mounted displays. I don't like any of them yet. Someday they will make a head-mounted display that I like, and I will I'll change over from the Tobii to a head-mounted display at that point. But that may be 5 or 6 years in the future before they get to that. Well, I'm not rich either. I saved up for this. Now, right now I'm saving up because I need a new chair. I'm actually sitting on a broken chair because I don't have the money to replace it at the moment. So I'm saving up for that, and hopefully in a month or two I'll be able to replace my chair, which is also kind of messing up the head and eye tracker because I'm actually about a foot to the left of the center of the screen at the moment rather than dead center, so it's not looking. I'm gonna slide over a little bit there. That's better. But I ended up sliding to the left as I'm flying, just as a reaction from the foot pedals. €2 a week? Ooh. Well, that makes it tough. I couldn't even eat on €2 a week. You're a kid. Okay. Well, what I would do then, as a kid, start with the base game. I mean, right now I haven't done anything that's Horizons based. Everything I've done to this point that you've been looking at is just in the base game. It's only when I go to land where you're going to see the Horizons stuff. So then start out with a cheap stick. Not so much need the throttle. The throttle you can do off the keyboard. But picking up a cheap stick will really help. And as you get older and find ways to, get more money, allocate a little money to the game and upgrade. When I started out with this game, I had a cheap stick and just the base game. I saved for a little bit. Now, luckily, I am an adult and I do have a decent job. It's just, but I also have a lot of expenses, like maintaining a house. So I had to allocate some money over time. I upgraded to a throttle and stick first. No, it does not get boring if you can't land. Most younger folks really enjoy the space combat part of the game, which you won't see me do in this set of videos for the simple reason that I don't have any weapons. I have absolutely no weapons on this ship. So I can't show you space combat, but there's plenty of YouTube videos out there where you can see space combat. And it's fun. It is fun just to go around, being a bounty hunter. You can have a lot of fun just going around being a bounty hunter. You fly, or doing cargo missions between stations if that's what you like. The one thing about this game is that it's very much adaptable to what you like to play. So if you like combat, there are combat zones you can go to where you won't pick up bounties. There's plenty of PvP in the open world. Just a matter of getting good at flying the ship with whatever controllers you happen to have. Then, like I said, that there's missions you can run. If you don't have Horizons, it won't hand you Horizons missions. But there's still plenty of career missions. There's plenty of delivery missions. There's plenty of go kill this person we don't like missions. Smuggling missions. You can be a pirate. You can be a smuggler. There's so many different ways to play this game that I find, even without Horizons, I find it inconceivable that anybody could get bored. There's just so much to do. I ended up getting the season pass because after I got the base game for a while, because I realized I was going to want to try everything this game has to offer over time. So, and yeah, I'm looking down and to the left because my YouTube is on a different monitor off to the left. So whenever I look to see if you've typed anything, I actually have to look down and to the left, because I don't have a top-of-the-line computer. I have a computer that was slightly above average 4 years ago. So at some point I'm going to upgrade my computer to a better computer so that I can get higher resolution in this game. A couple of video games ago, I ended up driving my surface vehicle off a cliff because it didn't render. Looked like flat ground to me till I fell off. But there's just so much you can do with the base game that you can buy the base game and have fun with the base game. You can upgrade your controllers a little bit as you go along. Then you can add Horizons in and have basically a whole nother game's worth of content that you can do later on. This game, as you put more money into it, grows with you. Your immersion in the game as you get, I've got, throttle and stick. A friend of mine was done with his pedals. Doesn't have any games that use pedals, so he actually gave me his pedals. Got lucky there, but I didn't know whether I'd like pedals or not. Now I don't want to fly without them. It just makes it so much. Everything that adds to immersion adds a new whole entire sense of enjoyment to the game. And as you go and you start doing things, I mean, right now I'm out on an exploration run, so there's a limited set of things that I'm doing, and Distant Worlds is like 18 weeks or something like that of exploration. We're going clear to the other side of the Milky Way galaxy, and back. So it's basically the same stuff over and over again. I jump to a system, I scan through the system, I pick planets that I want to probe and do other things, or maybe even land on. And that's what this mission is about. But this is just what I'm doing right now. Prior to this, I was running around in the inhabited section of the universe, loosely termed the bubble, building the ship that I've got here. I bought a base Anaconda, and this is like the 3rd or 4th largest ship in the game. And then I upgraded it, and upgraded it, and upgraded it. And now but I upgraded it with the intention of giving it a really long jump range. So I've got something like 74.6 light year jump range, which is pretty high. Actually, it probably says it... No, it says it over here. If I go here... max jump range 76.84. Currently, with the load of fuel I've got in there, it's 73.92 light years I can jump. There's people out here that are jumping, 25 light year jump ships. Without it, you can fly. Here. I'll show you how close you can get. Let me map this so I can figure out what we've got in this system, and I'll show you what you can do. Where is... I need this. Okay, we've got a good chance of some... high metal content. Here. Got those guys. There's no atmosphere, so we're going to be able to land on B1. What we want to do is we want to find a guy with atmosphere and a guy without. And a guy with atmosphere, it will be the same as if you don't have horizons, all planets are like. How many more do I got? I got 4 more to find. 5 more to find. Here we go, somewhere around here. Metal rich. No atmosphere. Of course, you asked me a question that I need to answer with an atmospheric planet, and I don't have any atmospheric planets. All right. Two to find. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Well, that's interesting. Alright, let's follow a different route. Maybe it's out here in the middle somewhere. Oh, there's one. Ooh, 2. Okay, great.
System scan complete.
All right, so now we've scanned everything. Let's see what we've got in this system that we can go to and show you various things. Oh, they're all landable. Okay, so it's going to be hard for me to show you how far you can go in without landing. Somebody got a strange infinity symbol for a name. All right, well, this one's in real close. Let's go look at this planet, and I'll try and show you how close you can get to before Horizons kicks in. And then we'll go land. Oops, too fast. Way too fast. Blew right by it. I might as well probe it before I go in there just to see if there's anything interesting we can go look at while we're going to land. Alright, so let me quickly, this is a 2 prober, okay, great. So anywhere over there and anywhere over there, and I'll finish that. First discovered by Infinity. No one's mapped it yet. Oh, I'll get first map on it.
Surface scan complete.
Alright, now let's turn the surface scanner on. Change it to this mode. Okay, so there's nothing down here. Alright. So as I fly into the system, into the planet here, see that the yellow horizon here? That thing that pops up is the basically the edge of where somewhere close to that distance is where you'll end up dropping down and not be able to get any closer if you don't have horizon. But I mean, you can still get gorgeous view of planet here.
Orbital flight engaged.
Now that I'm in orbital flight, I'm now in horizons. And yeah, let's go see. Let's go see this little mountain range here. 0.19 G. Okay, we're good. In. About 3 kilometers off the surface. Let's go find somewhere to land down here. We're less than 1 G. 0.22 down near the surface. Okay. May have to be just a little careful because since I made this ship for long jump range, I really don't have a whole lot of thrusters. I've already blown it up once on a 3G world. This really shouldn't be a problem. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright, let's find somewhere we can land. Kind of rough. Okay, pull forward a little
get more or less rough over here. Ooh, that looks like a spot I might maybe be able to land in. Maybe. If not, I'll go upslope and land somewhere up above. Yeah, looks like I'm going to have to go up above. It's just not... Can't find a good enough spot right here. Okay, let's... pull up here a bit. If I can land somewhere up along the ridgeline, maybe? That looks like it might be a good spot right over here. Maybe. Yes, I'm well aware it's unsuitable terrain. Right. Alright. Maybe a little this way. How about over here? Yeah, bumpy. Boy, it's really bumpy up here. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't hit the ground. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. There we go. There. Alignment good. There we go. And here's what Horizons, one of the things that Horizons gives you, is the surface
Drive assist
reconnaissance
on.
vehicle.
Low gravity warning.
Honk. So now I can get out and drive around. If I did full throttle, depends which way I was facing. And right now I am so far from inhabited space I don't want to mess up. But so there's stuff you can do out here on the planet. Now that my turret's up, I have guns. There's mining I can do out here. There's other things I can do out here. And I can turn around and look at my lovely ship. In its gorgeous paint job. If I do that. there's something to shoot. Bronzite chondrite. That should have some decent minerals in it. Now I can either shoot just like this, or let's see which. I think it's this one. No, this one. I can put myself up in the turret, and I can manually aim. And so now I just blew a whole bunch of small things off of there. So iron and other stuff. No, mostly iron. Okay. I'm full of iron. I don't need that, so I can't pick it up. I got a cargo scoop I can drop down.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Anyway. Then there are surface installations you can explore for like the Thargoids or the Guardians. Which is a whole, there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube of people driving the SRBs around in those and doing the missions you can do in those. Okay. Well, good luck. I hope I see you in game. Have fun. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear
Landing
retracted.
retracted.
Power to engines.
Routing power to engines.
Frameshift drive charging. Engage.
Charging FDM.
Charging.
On to the next system. Okay, cool.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Everybody else is so far ahead of me at this point.
Fuel scooping.
my goodness, 23. Oh, this is going to take a while. All right, let's see what we got in this system. You got a gas giant, rocks, ice, and high metal content. Okay. Okay. What's this one? Did I do that one? What's... Ah, this guy's the... Lights off. Let's go back. Where was the one? Oh, still scanning. Must have a lot of things to look at. Only 6. Not in this ship. I don't have any guns. That would require me to actually have some armaments, and I literally have absolutely nothing to shoot with in the ship. I also tend not to carry cargo, so pirates don't bother me
System
much.
scan complete.
They come and they look at me and say, "Oh, now you don't have anything in your hold. What do you? How can you possibly make? You know, how can I make a living if I can't steal anything from you?" Like, too bad. I'm all about exploration data. Engage.
Charging
Frameshift drive
FTL.
charging.
Actually, disengage. Take a quick look at the map. See what we got here. Nothing I really want to mess with. Okay. Engage.
Frameshift drive
FTL.
charging.
Can I change ship? Well, when I get to the other side of this jump, I'll show you the problem with trying to do that.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alrighty. Let me show you. Okay. Take me 27 jumps to Eagle. You can see the rate at which I'm jumping to the Eagle sector. Now that Eagle sector is, well, here's where I came from. Where's Eagle sector? Eagle sector, way down there. This is where I'm going, where I'm currently targeted to go to. I have a mining ship here, which only has mining lasers, no combat capability. That's 2,000 light years away from me, and I'm only can only jump 73 light years at a time at max. Let's see. Let's turn this a little bit, not that way, kind of that way. Okay. See if I can get closer in here. There is... Why can't I even... Oh, come on. There we go, that'll get me closer. What's this? Shinrada Desert. Okay. Here's where all of my other ships are. Some 7,000 light years back the other direction where I came from. So if you look at where I am, way up there, if I wasn't heading outward, you can't. It won't let you. My maximum, you have to jump star to star, and the maximum it will let you jump is your jump limit, unless you use Jumponium, which raises your jump limit somewhat. If I use a level 3 Jumponium, I'll have about 140 light years of jump range. But it costs me a level 3 Jumponium for each of those, and I only have so much. Yeah, I'm a long ways from home right now, and I'm getting further away. So, like I said, you know, I'm out on basically what's an 18-week exploration mission across the Milky Way galaxy. And I'm only partway across. Basically, you know, as it says in the title of this video, I'm heading from Waypoint 2 to Waypoint 3 along the projected route. And there's a lot of little points of interest along that route as well. So right now I'm set up for exploration, and I'm on a really long exploration run. There's actually probably several people still back in the bubble. No. This is actually less than 1K. This is an old monitor that is 800 by 1200 or something like that. It's actually, I think it's just over 1K resolution. but it's not the 1K form factor. It's the 4x3 form factor. The source for this game is 4K source. Yeah, I'm using a gaming PC. Well, I'm using a PC. It's a PC I built myself with help from my father-in-law. A lot of help from my father-in-law, since he knows a lot more about hardware than I do. And when we made this 4 or 5 years ago, it was kind of in the mid-range for, kind of the most bang you could get for your buck. So it's kind of the price performance midpoint for the system 4 years ago. It certainly was not a premium system then. It's probably a below average system now. But it's the system I have. And it's still a pretty game. And the age of the system kind of shows, like when it fails to render parts of a planet. Actually, building a system yourself is the way you get to the best price performance point. Because you can make the trade-offs you need to use. For instance, the video card that I've got in here is actually half the cost of the system. But that's why I can actually, run this game. In fact, if I built another system today, I don't know that I'd do very much different. I might have a little more memory and a better video card, and that's about it. Because games really aren't that processor intensive. They're very much gaming card processing intensive. So a custom built, you can put the emphasis of the system to be able to handle the higher end graphics, which is what this system was built for. Because everything else I do takes virtually no resources, and cool. It's only games that really push my system. There you are. Xbox One. Okay, so that you and I will never actually be sharing the same universe if you're using an Xbox. Because the Xbox, it actually ends up being a different universe. They can't cross Xbox and PC people. Oh, I know a lot about auto-typing mistakes. I bet there's a gas giant in the middle of this thing. There he is.
probably in another system or two, I'm actually going to take a break and get some lunch. Ooh, isn't that pretty looking? Ooh. That may be terraformable. Really? There's another gas giant right here? So there is. Look at all this. Yeah. Part of it is I don't really stream as often as it would take to get famous. I don't advertise. You know, this is not my full-time thing. Actually, you know, have a regular job. I work for a living. It would be nice to stream for a living. That would be very different. There are people who do it. But, I mean, I've only got, 26 subscribers, and I actually don't have a revenue stream set up for this, so. Don't have a Patreon, don't have any of that. Maybe someday I'll do that stuff. If I'm getting Patreon support, basically I have to be a little bit more serious and continuous. Although this past week I've been, well, not specifically this past week, but with the recent Distant Worlds, I've been a lot more online. Done a lot more streaming than I had been. And I enjoy it. Kerbal? Yeah, I've considered that. But the trouble with picking up more games is I've only got so much time, and the other game I tend to stream is the Hunter Call of the Wild, and but I haven't streamed that in a couple of weeks, largely because I've been having to do so much playing just to keep up with the fleet in this game. And if I had another one, I'd have to actually turn this into a full-time job, but I don't have the subscribers to do that. Engage.
Charging.
So I have to have to choose my time wisely. I will probably get into Kerbal at some point. I've heard it's very good.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't say that I personally have an opinion on it because I haven't played it yet.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I may someday. Actually, I probably will someday. I might even do a Skyrim run.
But that's kind of been overdone, so I don't know that I'll actually do that. I've played through Skyrim I don't know how many times. Yeah, I can, but that means I have to buy subscribers. How do I do that? That's okay. I mean, you know, it's, the thing with subscribers, you have to have people willing to not only watch, but to pay for you to actually produce the content. Either through Patreon or one of the other mechanisms. And I just don't have enough people to do that. I mean, it's, you know, it's like you get €2 a week. No. But, okay, what am I doing? Do this, right? You know, you have to be able to monetize your content, or you can't afford to do it full time. And to monetize the content, you have to have enough subscribers who are willing to pay to see your content to give you the money to produce it. Now, I've got 26 or so subscribers right now, and none of them are paying me anything because I don't have, first of all, because I don't have a payment mechanism. At 26 subscribers, it's not even worth setting up a payment mechanism yet, because we can't cover the cost of the payment mechanism. You know, maybe when I get up to 200, 250 actual subscribers, I'll take a look at that. But it takes a lot of subscribers to make a living at it. And if you can't make a living at it, well, then you have a real job, which means you don't have time to be producing all sorts of content. So, yeah, it's kind of it has to grow. Astroneer is going to be full released on the 6th. Oh, that's nice.
System scan complete.
All right, what do we got here? Sulfur dioxide. All right, nothing else worth. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
26 jumps. I don't know how that works. 9.9 euro, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that's right, your Xbox. I keep forgetting you playing on a console. That may be completely different. As on the PC, you get it delivered through Steam, and there's no real, you know, there's no way to, no secondary market. You can't resell the Steam games. Or games delivered through Steam or any other content delivery system. It didn't make sense because I keep thinking about, it's on Steam on a content delivery system, but no, it's on Xbox, which means it's actually a physical disc. I'd be careful buying it on eBay. I don't know how the rules work on secondary markets. So I have no idea if that would actually be a valid copy. It's funny. This game has such a broad appeal to so many different people. You've got the older folks like me who've been through, watching the absolutely lousy spaceship games that have been available on PC and console and what have you over the years. And to finally get into this game and have it feel like you're in a spaceship. Have it feel like you're actually flying around the Milky Way galaxy. Have full interaction with the underlying simulation where you buy and sell large quantities of stuff to space stations that actually changes what's available for other people. You could buy a station completely out of something, and then if someone else goes to buy it, there's nothing there. So I mean, it's really a game that a lot of different people get excited about. Younger folks, tend to get more excited about the combat, but it is a very or moderately realistic spaceship flying experience. So it's a lot of fun in just that. Never mind anything else. Never mind, trading. Never mind combat. Just flying the spaceships are fun. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
The other thing in the game is what's called CQC, or Close Quarter Combat, which is a completely different game mode, where you fly basically small single-person fighters in a tight environment and blow each other up. I actually haven't done that yet. After I get done with this trip, I'm looking forward to actually taking a break from exploring and go try CQC. No, I do not have a base camp.
Fuel scooping.
I've considered it.
System scan complete.
No, bunch of
System
stars.
scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
I just haven't got to spending money for that. I mean, right now I'm saving up to replace my chair. Maybe after that I'll do a webcam. Or face cam. Then I'll have to figure out how to put it in the stream. I don't know how to do that. I'll have to figure that out. At some point I'll do that. Of course, that means I have to make sure I style my mustache before I get on the stream each time. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for jump.
And I'll have to make sure I'm actually, not sitting around in my pet clothes, get dressed just to stream. Which actually is a lot of fun. But there are times when it's, late at night and I get ready for bed that I decide to go fly for a half an hour or so. Now it's middle of the day, of course I'm fully dressed. Oh, someone's been here.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I'm just flying around. And no, I'm not going to fly closer to the star. I'm not going to get blown up. Yes, you can fly into a star, and yes, you do get killed. Ah! No, it's all about where to put the money. Everything's a matter of money. My monetary resources are definitely not infinite. I not only have, I have a decent job.
Gear is already retracted. Would you like me to deploy it?
No.
Understood.
You misunderstood me. I have a house, a wife, a daughter. So I have large amount of expenses. I have a good job. It covers all those expenses. But sometimes I have to, budget and put things off and prioritize things. And right now, a webcam is not on my priority list. Or at least it's not very high on it. One of the highest things on my priority list right now is replacing this damn chair. It was great when I bought it, but I have used it to death. So I need to replace that. And in fact, part of the reason that I need to take a break shortly is because my behind is hurting from sitting in this chair for several hours. Message retracted, message retracted. Okay. Okay, have a good day. Cross paths with G-Wit again.
System scan complete.
All right. All right, 23 jumps to Eagle, but at this point, I need a break. I'm going to get some lunch and be back in an hour or two. Or maybe less, I don't know, I'll see. So that's it for now. This is Trice Majestus, signing out.